Key one, Stoic, we've all been there. Those moments when a casual comment, a quiet rumor, or a passing opinion completely shift how we see the world. It's incredible how small, seemingly insignificant words can alter the course of our relationships in ways we never expect. Yet, we often fail to realize the profound power our words and actions hold. Today, let's delve into how deeply these influences can shape us and discover the habits we may unknowingly practice that can quietly erode the trust and respect others have for us. Inspired by the timeless wisdom of Stoicism, we'll not only highlight these habits, but also arm ourselves with practical tools to change them. The Stoics teach us to live with integrity and mindfulness, qualities that elevate our lives, both personally and professionally, to levels we never thought possible. By the end of our conversation, you'll begin to see your everyday interactions in a fresh light, and perhaps find a renewed sense of how to foster respect and trust in every single step you take. One simple shift in perspective can revolutionize how you connect with others. Stay with me as we explore these habits and learn how to replace them with actions that lead to a more respected, fulfilling life. Gossip might seem like harmless banter, but the truth is, it carries a weight far heavier than we often recognize. What may begin as a lighthearted chat can quickly spiral into rumors, misunderstandings, and the destruction of trust. Every time we share unverified or personal information about someone, we're not just passing along a story. We're wielding the power to alter perceptions and disrupt relationships in ways we might not fully comprehend. The Stoic view on gossip is clear. We should focus on what we can control, our own actions. Gossip, however, pulls us into matters beyond our control and distracts us from nurturing our own moral and personal growth. Marcus Aurelius once said, "How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it?" This applies to gossip, too, which often stems from discontent or judgment and causes much more harm than the initial spark could ever justify. Seneca warned us against becoming entangled in the affairs of others, reminding us that true tranquility comes from seeking wisdom and self-control, not from indulging in the shallow narratives about others. In Stoic philosophy, every conversation is an opportunity to practice virtue. Instead of engaging in gossip, we should aim to communicate in ways that reflect kindness, integrity, and constructive dialogue. By practicing the Stoic principle of listening twice as much as we speak, we can contribute to conversations that uplift rather than tear down. This simple habit shift not only prevents harm, but aligns us with a higher standard of living, one marked by authenticity, purpose, and respect for others. When we stop gossiping, we cultivate a life where our words are chosen with care, and our silence becomes purposeful. Unreliability is a silent destroyer of relationships. You might think missing a deadline or canceling plans once in a while isn't a big deal, but over time, these small actions build up, creating a reputation of someone who can't be counted on. This habit is far more than a minor inconvenience. It's a breach of trust that can have lasting consequences, both personally and professionally. From a Stoic perspective, reliability is foundational to virtue. The Stoics believe that our actions should always match our words, reflecting the harmony between our internal moral state and our commitment to those around us. Marcus Aurelius emphasized the importance of fulfilling one's duties, viewing reliability as essential for maintaining peace and respect within our communities. When we fail to honor our commitments, we're neglecting what is truly in our control: our time, focus, and energy. Epicurus reminded us that we must focus on the aspects of our lives that we can control. If we become unreliable, it's a sign that we're not managing these elements effectively, whether through poor time management, overcommitment, or simply not prioritizing what truly matters. Stoicism teaches us to address these issues and regain our sense of discipline. When we become more reliable, by managing our obligations with mindfulness and self-discipline. We don't just build trust with others. We create a life that is more aligned with our values and filled with deeper, more meaningful relationships. Though gossiping and unreliability might seem like small, inconsequential habits, they hold the potential to break down the trust and respect we work so hard to build. By embracing Stoic principles like integrity, mindfulness, and consistency, we can transform our daily interactions into acts of virtue. These changes will not only elevate how others see us, but will also make our lives more fulfilling. Remember, each choice we make, from how we speak about others to how we honor our commitments, shapes the world around us. It's in our power to create a life marked by trust, respect, and fulfillment. Key 1. Stoic: we are often faced with situations that are beyond our control, and yet we have the power to take responsibility for the areas we can influence. The philosophy of accepting what cannot be changed while taking full ownership of what we can teaches us profound wisdom in cultivating reliability. To truly be reliable, we must recognize the impact of our unreliability and make conscious efforts to correct our behaviors. This involves a commitment to self-reflection, a Stoic practice that encourages us to look within and regularly evaluate our actions, motivations, and their alignment with our values and commitments to others. Self-reflection can help us pinpoint why we may fall into the trap of unreliability. For instance, if we notice that we often overcommit ourselves, we must learn to say no when necessary and better understand our own capabilities and limitations. By practicing self-discipline, we develop the ability to make wiser decisions, and as a result, we become more reliable. Reliability is a core aspect of our social duties, as outlined by Stoic thinkers like Seneca, who emphasize the interconnectedness of humanity. Our relationships, whether personal or professional, thrive on mutual respect, and reliability is an essential foundation for trust. When we uphold our promises and commitments, we honor the time and trust that others invest in us. This contributes to a more harmonious and functional society, as our actions reflect our understanding of our moral responsibilities. Breaking free from the habit of unreliability requires a balanced approach, one that blends wisdom with self-management and ethical commitment. It challenges us to reflect deeply on our habits and to align our actions with our core ethical beliefs. By becoming more reliable, we not only enhance our own lives, but also uplift the lives of those around us, fostering stronger, more trusting relationships built on mutual respect and integrity. Another habit that often undermines our relationships is interrupting others. While it may seem like a minor act in the moment, interrupting can have lasting consequences on the quality of our interactions. It disrupts the flow of conversation, reflects poorly on our respect for others, and can diminish the value of what people have to share. From a Stoic perspective, the virtue of self-control is key in managing our impulses to speak. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus taught, we must listen more than we speak, recognizing that learning from others requires patience, attentiveness, and respect. Interrupting signals a disregard for the speaker's right to share their thoughts without disruption and shows a lack of self-control. By practicing silence and restraint, we contribute to more respectful, meaningful exchanges. As Marcus Aurelius advised, we should only speak if our words are true, necessary, and kind. This guideline can help us pause and reflect before we speak, ensuring our words enhance the conversation rather than derail it. Overcoming the habit of interrupting is a practice of mindfulness, being aware of our impulses and choosing to manage them thoughtfully. By reflecting on our conversations, we can assess whether we've been respectful listeners or if we've been too quick to interject. This practice not only improves our communication, but strengthens our character by aligning our actions with Stoic values of virtue and respect. Finally, Constant complaining is a subtle but pervasive habit that can negatively affect our mindset and the atmosphere around us. While it might feel justified at times, excessive complaining shifts our focus away from gratitude and problem solving, ultimately contributing to a negative environment. By practicing gratitude and focusing on the positive aspects of our lives, we can break free from the cycle of complaining and foster a more hopeful, solution-oriented approach to life's challenges. Key 1. Stoic: we all too often fall into the habit of complaining, which not only highlights the negatives in our lives, but also deepens our sense of helplessness and dissatisfaction. This constant focus on what's wrong clouds our judgment, making it difficult to see and appreciate the many positive things surrounding us. But here's the good news. We don't have to let this cycle control us. The philosophy of Stoicism, with its focus on resilience and perspective, provides